Hello everybody. It's Magical Monday, right? Mondays are the start to a new week, and you get to decide to choose differently and just set everything in motion. And so I'm gonna let everybody hop on. I'm Angelique Renee, and I revitalize femininity, and I take a powerful stand for women to embrace their essence. And so I'm so excited to share with you today some of the things that come to mind, some of the things that I see within my holistic beauty and wellness practice. And hi Tasha, how you doing? And as some of you are coming on, I'm just gonna go ahead really quick and just invite a couple people here, but I'm super excited to have you. So while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna invite a few people, but I'm super excited, you guys. I have been learning so much over the last decade, about holistic beauty and wellness. It's actually been a lifetime. I've really been super excited, about holistic beauty and wellness for years. So I've got, thank you. Just show me some hearts, show me some love. If you're catching the replay, put hashtag replay. But I wanted to hop on really quick and just talk about a particular topic about our power to choose and our power to decide. And I see a lot of women in my practice that they have a narrative that's going that, they work so much, they work so hard, they don't have time, they're so tired, they're so exhausted. And when you mention to them that they may need to take better care of themselves, some of them kind of scoff and they're like, yeah, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how to do that. I don't know where to start. And it almost seems to them like they haven't really accepted it, that it could be a reality for them. And so what I find is that many women hope and wish that their life could be different, that their life could change, not realizing that all they have to do is decide. And that's the first step in the whole process. So if there's anything that is not bringing you joy, anything that is not serving you, and you are depleted and exhausted, you can decide to make the change. And you have to become equally committed to yourself and to your soul and to your health and to your well-being and taking the best possible care of yourself as you do your job, as you do taking care of your home, as you do taking care of your family. We often spend so much time taking care of everyone and everything else that our needs come last. And therefore we end up depleted, overworked, overwhelmed, and overexhausted. And I personally know, because I spent 15 years in corporate America in a corporate sales career, and I had developed and adopted so many habits. Some of them I just kind of fell into, not realizing where it was all going to lead, to a point where I felt so overwhelmed, like the world was crashing in on me and I just couldn't even think straight, and I didn't know how to get myself out of it. And I remember the turning point, that particular moment when I decided I was willing to do whatever it takes, because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was ready to make change in my life and do whatever it takes. And I remember I used to have a lot of stories about all the reasons why I couldn't do certain things, the reasons why I couldn't invest in myself. That I had all these money stories, and even for that matter, at that time, I had never even had a credit card, so I was sitting there going, credit's bad, not realizing that it was a tool that could be leveraged. I just had to shift my perspective that it could be used in such a way that it could be a tool that I could leverage that could pay me dividends 3 times or more than what I originally invested. And I remember the first time I got myself a credit card and I said, you know what? I can't live like this anymore. I've got to do whatever it takes to create change. And it was the best investment I made, because that actually started my journey. That started my journey to redesigning my life step by step, little by little. When I couldn't think straight, my coach went through my life, went through my blueprint with me to look and say, point out things that just hadn't occurred to me. Some of the things were so obvious and so simple that there were things in my life that were creating stress, things in my life that were creating a dissonance with me and my loved ones around me. And by laying everything out and surrendering it to not complain, because that's the thing, we sometimes get in the trap. I'm so tired, I'm so broke, I work so many hours. Well, that's going to be your reality, because words have power. So when you can change that narrative and say, you know what, yes, I've got this stuff going on, but I'm willing to do what it takes to create transformation and shift in my life, because I can't stand to live another day like this. That's when the magic begins. That's when you decide and you choose what's different, and you create your reality going forward. And I'm super passionate about this. I feel like I'm Italian right now, like using my hands to talk, because I'm on the other side of it, and I know how it feels to be relieved and to have all of this unnecessary stress alleviated, to where you can live in a place of joy and abundance once again, and actually enjoy your life and not feel like the best years of your life were left behind you, and feel like you lost that person that you once knew, because you've given away pieces of your identity trying to be the mother, the wife, the job title, and have everything, picture perfect. I was in yoga class today. There was such a powerful quote that said, it's not about perfection, it's about purpose. That's powerful, and if we choose to decide and we get in a place of decision where we are empowered and we know we can steer the ship and we know that we can create our life experience, then it's not about right or wrong. It's not about failure. You can actually have experiences, and maybe you make mistakes, but it's not necessarily a failure. It's just you need to choose, you need to decide, and you need to be at peace with your decisions. And if for some reason something backfires, what you do is you just learn from the experience. We've got this idea that, we're somehow going to fail and the world's going to come crumbling down around us. But in reality, it's all just lessons to be learned. But I am so excited because I have developed a program, and if what I say is resonating with you, please personally message me. I would love to just, I'm working on an application basis with 4 women coming up over the next 60 days starting in October. I'm super excited about it because I'm going to really be looking at holding a sacred space and the energy for these 4 women to take them on a transformational journey over the next 60 days. And so I'm working on an application basis, and I really look forward to getting on video chat and talking with some of these women and just hearing their stories and learning about them and learning about their challenges and how we can make tweaks and changes in their life to alleviate all this stress and pressure. Did you know that 75 to 90% of medical visits are stress-induced and stress-related illnesses? That's a huge number. That number is staggering. And did you know the statistics show that 30 to 60% of energy and productivity is lost due to stress-related issues? That again is a huge number. So what would your life be like if you could actually live in a world where you have chosen to actually be whole and complete and grounded and present and connected, and to be able to give from a place of overflow, right? To where then you're more effective at work. You can work smarter, not harder. You can stop flying by the seat of your pants and stop living, in a world of reactivity and knee-jerk reactions where everything triggers you emotionally, where you're snapping at your family or, pushing your partner away because you just are completely overwhelmed from the burdens that you're carrying. So I'm really looking forward to working with women. It's going to be so special because we're going to have a lot of healing, a lot of one-on-one time. I've created a VIP Immersion Experience that is going to be right here in Orlando during one of the best months. The humidity is going to move out next month, and we are going to have so many beautiful things. I've got all these beautiful gifts to share with you. And so if what I say resonates with you and you find it to be true, I just tell you, sister, stop hoping and wishing that your life could be different and that you didn't have to be so stressed, because you can choose. You just need the coaching coaching, support, and guidance and accountability to make those shifts and changes to create rapid transformation in your life. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be done in a short period of time. You don't need to spend years like I did researching and going through everything trial by error to figure out how to piece by piece reclaim the most important thing in your life, which is yourself. And it sucks to get lost. I've been there, and it was a long journey for me, and I would never want anybody to take years trying to figure this stuff out when I can encapsulate it, shorten it, and provide it to you in its simplest form. So I am just really looking for women that are ready to make rapid shifts and change and transformation in their lives, that are ready, willing, and committed to do whatever it takes to invest in themselves, to unplug from their environment and say, yes, it's time for me to hit the reset button and to finally make myself a priority, and let your family know I'm going to be doing this, and when I come back, things are going to be different. We're going to do things different, and I promise we're going to be much happier for it. Because when you are a stressed out spaz and you are cranky and angry and irritable and frazzled and all of those things, you are not serving anyone with your best self. You're serving everyone with the rest of yourself. And that's not how we're intended to operate. We are divine feminine beings, and we are meant to be whole and complete and be able to give from a place of overflow. And that is the best thing that we can do. It has a ripple effect in our homes, in our families, in our work, with our friends, with our loved ones. It affects and impacts everyone. So it starts with you. You have the power to decide. And if what I'm saying right now resonates with you in your heart, reach out to me, personally message me. I would love to connect with you and explore if we are fit to work together. So I love you guys. I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you can relate. I hope this message was valuable. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Bernice. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been back to New Mexico. I hear you're in California now, very successful. I celebrate you and your success. That's fantastic. Heather Jennings, it's been a long time as well. Thank you. Donna Russell, thank you. I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much. Carrie Rose, thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. Please stay tuned. I have so much more to offer, so much to share. And as things come to me, downloads, often I have experiences with my clients that trigger thoughts, and I always like to share that with you, because honestly, you're not alone, and so many people have similar experiences, and you can relate. And just, we need to be in community supporting one another, so that way we can be the best for one another. It's about creating a sacred sisterhood, so we can all really just help each other out, and it's going to make the world a better place. What can I tell you? So I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Message me or share this with your girlfriends. Maybe you have some other women in your lives too that need to kind of unplug from the rat race and downshift and absolutely make themselves a priority. So thank you, Bernice. You always look beautiful too. I always see your pictures. You look amazing. So maybe I'll get out your way sometime in the not so distant future. I'll talk to you guys soon. You have a great evening. Bye.